Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Pasadena, California, and the iconic Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, part of the college football playoff. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the #2 seed in the playoff, Penn State Nittany Lions. Relay Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowle, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Burden. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not look open. Instead of forcing the ball, he finds the running back as a check down and picks up a first down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Quick throw caught on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. What a catch! They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Looking to chuck it again. He escapes the pocket. He's looking to scramble. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Now it's second down here. Keeper all the way. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Nittany Lions hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
Gets made on the out route. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, that's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
And here's that wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. And it's a direct snap. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Direct snap. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain. Here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. He's got it right near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. The Nittany Lions line up with a first and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Touchdown, Penn State, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from a running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's an out route, the catch made, and they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Can he make it to the marker? An effective play. Good for a first down at the 35.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. With all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Signs the quick throw. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's a quick grab. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Pass is caught. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
3rd and short here in this playoff game. The 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, you got 3rd down. The offense has the advantage here on 3rd down to be able to get the ball downfield. They make the completion, but this defense is just flying around. They make the catch, but they have nowhere to go after.
It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. This will play incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one will come back to haunt him.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes. It's a sack. It's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move 1 step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. On the move now. And they'll finally let it fly deep to the right. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Oh, and it's dropped by a normally very reliable receiver. It's going to bring up 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will line up to boot it away. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. And the returner will be brought down. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Can they put together something here? Nowhere to run up the middle.
Hey, this defense continues to just be physical. It's a line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking for a receiver. Moves out of the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right. But man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down. The Wolverines bring their punt team onto the field. And he's got it at the 15. He's a dangerous return without a good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. And it's a direct snap. Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Well, when your running game's working like this, especially in the first half, it makes everything easier. And after big runs like that, watch for the offense to come back and attack off play action.
First down. We're going to throw the football. Gets made on the outbound. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. And Indy Lions move into the red zone.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. Coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Looking for the wideout. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made over the middle. You bring him down after a short gain there. Important third down play coming up. Out of the gun now on third down. Swarmed by the pass rush.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. A solid kick. And they add to their lead. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3 and out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
They come to the line in the wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Ball fielded at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Play fake, looking to throw. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, what a grab! It's a quick tackle, but a solid gain moves the ball to the 15-yard line. The Nittany Lions are in the red zone now. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. A quick throw out left, complete. Tackled at the 8 after the completion.
As we all know, Chris, red zone leads to tight windows. A lot of times you just get what you can get. Likely grateful this went forward to help this upcoming third down call.
There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Tight end makes the grab. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, drops back. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up fourth down and 1. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that. And hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. He keeps it on a design run. They bring him down short of the end zone, but this will set up a 1st and goal.
Just complete domination by this offensive line. Not only do they pick up the 1st down here on 4th down, but also down to the 2-yard line for a 1st and goal.
And the Wolverines looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
And I just love that this defense is not giving up on this 1st and goal. They attacked. They got through. They got penetration. A nice job of being able to keep them out of the end zone.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on 4th down, they won't go for it. Out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points before halftime. They'll fake it. Can he make it to the end zone? And he doesn't get to the marker to stop on 4th down. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. And it's a direct snap. He breaks free. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the 1st half. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick it deep to begin the 2nd half. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They need to get things going here in the 3rd quarter, already trailing by a couple possessions. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Good enough for the 1st down to the 37.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be 1st down yardage.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to scramble. He'll throw it now. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't you, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
It's a shotgun run call. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's bringing it back at the 30 now. They'll finally catch him. That's a huge return. They get the takeaway and set the offense up in great position.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here.
Mowers all the possession, and that didn't take long at all, Coach.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Figueroa. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Here's the handoff. A change of direction. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking deep downfield to the left. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Michigan, as they get on the board here in this playoff game.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
PAT is good. They trail now by 10, 17-7. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? On the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The game makes it second and medium. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. He's got a receiver wide open here. Breaks into the clear. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a first and goal. What a play. The Nittany Lions will line up here on first down and goal. Here's the option play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, this defense can fly to the football as a group. That's great team pursuit. The quarterback a little unsure on whether he should keep it or pitch it, and the defense makes him pay for that with their speed.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 11. Near the goal line. And he'll be stopped just short of the end zone at the 1. The Nittany Lions looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Here's the toss play. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, keep hammering away with that run game.
The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay within the man coverage. Very tough to do.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. He's looking to throw. Grab made by the tight end. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Launching one to the end zone. The pass falls incomplete. A big fourth down stop for this defense.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Quick throw to the left. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. So the call is defensive holding, and that's a big boost for this offense. So the offense comes up now on first down thanks to that costly penalty. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Burden. Breaks loose at the 40. He's in the clear. He's past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the route is on.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Figueroa. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Finding some room with the 25. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
We'll take a deep shot. And it's caught outside the 10 and still going. Touchdown, Wolverines. Way too much speed in that play. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Now they'll empty the backfield on this two-point conversion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Intercepted in the end zone.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the two-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. We played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. Now we're set to start the final quarter of play here. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to pass here on second down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain. So one explosive play has put this offense in scoring position, getting close now to the red zone. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. End zone ahead. To be muscled out of bounds. Very close to the goal line.
That back was shot out of a gun. How quick did he accelerate to pick up those yards? Just an electric run. Somehow he's knocked out of bounds at just the 1-yard line. Boy, he deserved a touchdown there.
So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far. Touchdown, Penn State. They continue to roll up the score.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not 1, not 2, but 3 rushing touchdowns in 1 game? What a day.
And he knocks through the PAT. He got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake on first down. Looking deep downfield to the left. Oh, and it's dropped by an excellent defensive player. The chance of the takeaway got away from him. Don't see that often.
Love the idea of the defense getting more speed on the field, whether it's nickel or dime. Get as many defensive backs on the field as you can, and then sit back when you're working with.
And looking for a big play here. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, look, he's trucking it deep again. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
They're trailing by this much in the fourth quarter. The defense playing smart. They know you've got to take some deeper shots to try to get back into this game with a big play. And the margin of error for this quarterback shrinks with every pass attempt.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on fourth down. It's another deep shot. Downfield and incomplete. A fourth down stop.
It's just not a smart decision, in my opinion, here to go for it on fourth down. And, Chris, I know we're kind of in this era now of analytics and when to go for it and when not to. People are aggressive by nature, but to go for it inside your own 20-yard line, the defense lined up, did what they had to do. They get the ball, and now look at the field position that they have.
The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Hey, it's a great job of running the football. It's the right idea, but the back's got to stay in bounds because, remember, With the new rule in college football, the clock still stops momentarily until the referee sets the play clock for the next play, and then it'll start again. So stay in bounds and work that clock.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. They'll try the option play here. The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards.
Man, oh man, was the defense ready for this play. The quarterback just searching for anywhere to go, looking for daylight, but couldn't find anywhere to go in to keep him.
We'll try to run it with the option. He'll pitch it. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Now the offense tries to go with the option here on 3rd down, but this defense does a great job of bringing him down. Off that pitch, defense is flying to the football. Now we got a 4th down situation.
Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. Knocks that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. Bringing it out, it's Figueroa. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Any hopes of staying alive in a playoff depend on making a play, scoring, and scoring quickly here. It's desperation time. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, he can't bring it in. A chance for a takeaway. But one of the star players on this defense couldn't make it. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And this one is caught. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his 2nd catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job.
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. And the Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking deep to the right side. Catch made down near the 10, and he's still going. The senior makes an excellent catch there and is brought down. Well, this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I look to see is this offense has not given up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or 2 together.
And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And there's the point after. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Well, it's a great job by the hands team. Expecting the onside kick in position. They were dialed in and pounced on the football.
And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Chewing clock with the running game. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Toss play to the outside. Not much on that play. Brought down short.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. And a timeout taken now by the defense. 15 seconds to play. Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. And it's good from 56 yards.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Defense not pressing this time. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Looking for a deep completion. Last gasp falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the game. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues.